what's up, phony homies? On today's show, we discuss Week 2's big injuries, Week 3's waiver wire ads, and our studs and duds of the week. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Fake Football Guys Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Campos, and alongside me is my co-host, the man, the one and only, the craziest looking beard. Dude, that thing just looks crazy right now.
Thank you.
Dustin D.L. Lingaman. What's up, Dustin?
What's up, man? How you been?
I'm not feeling too hot. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm good, man. All things considered, I'm good.
I'm glad you're back.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
How was your one show?
It was great.
Yeah, one-man band?
It's probably we had like so many views. Did anyone call you? Leave you a voicemail?
Yeah, man. Some people did call me and left me a voice. I actually do have you know what? I do have 2 voicemails, and I didn't listen to them.
Is one of them saying you're the love of his life?
No, but I do want to say a special shout out to my fill-in host here,
Spanky.
Benny the Spanky Bear.
Yeah.
Spanky Bear.
Spanky.
Spanky.
Yeah, because we did after the show. We all took.
Yeah, I didn't. Wow. Well, anyway. We got an exciting show for you guys today. I do want to also say shout out to the executive producer and our sound guy, Andrew Valentin. I knew that was a big, Andres Valentin. I know that was a big thing last week on the show, so I did tune in and I did listen. What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, guys?
Did I say that right? Valentin?
I appreciate the Latin on there, man. I appreciate a little bit of that Spanish heat on there.
Dude, I just can't roll my R's.
It's okay, man.
I can't.
got you.
I try. No.
I can't grow a beard, so I'll roll the
Takes
R's.
practice,
You
man.
grow the beard. You know how it goes.
And we'll be great.
Yeah, and shout out to our sound engineer for holding the fort down too while I was gone, David Dykstra. Thanks, Double D. How's it going?
Be going a lot better if, certain hosts wouldn't worry about how they look and pay attention to cues, but
Both of us.
we'll be all right.
So.
Well, sorry.
Anyway, as a reminder, DL, the phony homies out there can follow us on Twitter. Where?
Tweet FFG.
And if they have any questions, what's the hashtag they can use? Because we do use that hashtag to answer those questions.
Ask us FFG.
Awesome. And then for all our aunts and uncles out there, our grandparents watching, our great-grandparents watching. Who? What'd you say?
Baby's mamas.
Baby mamas watching out there.
I bet Father's Day is a rough day for you, huh?
Oh, dude. So
Well,
why? What are you saying?
Get the heart going a little bit.
Jeez, none of the girls I'm dating have kids. Jeez, guy.
Well, hey, I'm not talking about anyway.
Anyway, the email that they can send if they so choose. Maybe they don't use Twitter. They can send emails at.
Ask us, ffg@gmail.com.
Yeah, send us those emails. We're dying for them. We did get a few. Nothing too crazy. But if you do have any questions and you want to call directly, sometimes I'll answer. Sometimes they kick you over to the voicemail. But if you want to leave a voicemail, you can call us at
Area code 708-655-4508.
And as always, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And
smash
that notification button. Guys, we're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, on anywhere that you get your podcast.
TikTok.
We're there. Damn, we're on TikTok too, dude.
Yeah, we're on TikTok,
I deleted
bro.
my TikTok recently.
Why?
Because I was watching
I know why.
Joe Rogan, and he was like reading the privacy stuff on there and like how much access they have to our information. I don't want to go into it, but anyway, it was a lot, and I deleted it. So maybe I'll get back on it.
Whoopsie! What?
Yeah.
We'll talk after the show.
We'll talk.
Kind of crazy.
We'll talk. Anyway, we got a jam-packed show as we always do. It's our waiver wire show, and a lot has happened in the NFL. But before we go into that, DL, how was this past week?
Man, it was awesome, dude. It really was. I mean, I feel like everyone kind of had ups and downs, but that's fantasy.
Yeah.
But literally last night, I was going up against a guy who had Josh Allen, and I had Jalen Hurts.
Ooh.
So it was a legit fantasy football shootout. I mean, one would score a touchdown. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but literally they were scoring touchdowns like back to back.
Can we talk real football for a second?
Well, hold on. I mean,
you brought up Jalen Hurts.
Okay,
it's kind of like a nice segue for a moment. For a moment, we'll get back to it.
Was that cool?
No, for a moment.
I did win, but
that's cool. Congrats. Anyway, so Jalen Hurts looked fantastic.
Looked awesome.
I remember last year, around the beginning of the season, good old Twitter was just like crapping on him. A lot of the Philadelphia Eagles fans were crapping on him, saying that they don't think he's good, that he can't handle the offense, he doesn't know what he's doing. And look at the steps he's taken this year. I bring it up because we're Chicago-centric and Chicago-focused, and we have a young quarterback who's only in his 11th start. Jalen Hurts I believe is on his 27th start. So every time I watch Justin Fields, I think the perfect model of what you want that growth to look like is what Jalen Hurts is on right now. Hopefully by year's end, Fields is looking something like that. But dude, it's
maybe
crazy.
like a flash here and there.
I rewatched that game.
I mean, it took Jalen Hurts a long time. You're absolutely right. Everyone was ready to kick him out. They're like, oh, this guy sucks.
He doesn't even have 30 starts yet.
But yeah, exactly. So I think it's just one of those things where you got to be patient. Yep. And I think as Chicago, and they brought this up on 6-7 The Score, that we're all just starving for Justin Fields to be the man. We just want it so bad that anything he does right or wrong, we go off the deep end.
Yeah.
So I like Justin Fields. I know he made some comments on Twitter about the fans don't take it as hard as the players. I knew where he was coming from.
Oh, he said that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
He was like, oh, yeah. Well, how do you feel about, getting lost at Green Bay and, how the fans feel? He's like, well, it sucks to lose, but the fans aren't as hurting as much as the players in the locker room. And I was like...
Yeah, you don't ever want to invoke the fans when you're saying something negative.
No.
But I agree with him.
I see where he's coming from.
I do,
I get it,
and I don't take any I don't take that personal in any way.
Yeah, he doesn't know
So I
me.
guess just to put a bow on it, I really want him to start playing better. But I don't feel like the offense, I don't feel like Getsy's really giving him the opportunity to do it yet. He doesn't trust him.
I don't think. Well, it's the same thing that everyone's been saying, right? Is he doesn't have any weapons, right?
Yep.
His O-line is trash, which is all true, and I think year 2 we're really going to see. What I'm concerned about is I wouldn't be shocked if they actually draft a quarterback and give him a little bit of a competition. Would be
wow.
Yeah,
I'm
just saying.
I mean, I don't think that would be the worst thing because maybe Fields isn't the guy. Maybe, right?
Maybe.
At least you could get somebody else, and hopefully one of the two. Who knows?
I'm sick of buying the jerseys. I'm not buying another jersey.
I'm sick of it. You
I'm
can get
over
those
it.
fake China jerseys if you want. I got a few of them.
I mean. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I rudely interrupted you on how your week went. What else did you have?
Okay, well, I mean, basically that was it.
Oh.
But
well then, thanks.
But I did lose when I have Jalen Hurts in all my teams, all of them, even our joint team.
Yeah, can we just talk about our joint team?
Let's go ahead. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Dude, that team is so good.
Kicking everyone's ass.
It is so good.
Literally kicking everyone's ass.
We have a joint team in my buddy Robbie Gill's league, and he might be watching. What's up, Rob? And dude, our team is so freaking loaded. I don't think there's a team that can beat us. I think we've outscored the entire league, by the way, and we've won every matchup by 50 points.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally don't even look at it anymore. I'm just like, yeah, we're good. We're good. Even when, Gabriel Davis was out, I was like, uh-oh, and I looked, I was like, oh, we have this backup?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go. Let's go.
Dude, that team is so good. I think we might have the championship in that league. Nice little payout, too. We might have a chance.
I know, I did the math. I was like, oh,
few grand.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, real quick for my league, my leagues this year. So again, I'm in 11 freaking leagues. I won 5 of them this week, and I lost. What's the math? 7? Is that math? Yep, math. So I lost 7 of them. Not a good performance. I am 1-1 in most of my leagues, or 0-2.
Yeah, I split it.
Yeah,
I split right down the middle. So yeah, I lost in my deep league by 2 points?
Dude, I lost in your league by 7 points, 6 points.
I saw that, and I was hoping that I didn't think I'd jump over you, but I thought I'd be right behind you, and I checked it this morning. My team did not move. Just a whole bunch of other people.
Everyone moved? Yeah.
I was like, damn it. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Let's try again this week.
I do want to do some shout-outs to some guys who were studs for me this week real quick. It was Cooper Kupp, Aaron Jones, and Rashad Bateman held down the fort for me. And guys that need to pick it up and get their ass in gear, Tom Brady is one of them. He has not played well. He hasn't even gotten to double-digit points yet in fantasy. He's had 9 points week 1 and 9 points week 2. Another one was Kenyon Drake, who I'm dropping in all leagues because I'm over it. Hopefully Dobbins comes back. And lastly, Travis Kelce gave me a 5-pointer when I needed him to give me double digits. He would have won.
Yeah, he had a rough game. He really did. And kind of funny you brought that up because I was literally asking you who you were dropping this week. Week 3.
Ooh.
And you already
That's one of them. Kenyon Drake's one of them. I'll give you some other guys a little bit later as we go on in the show. But anyway, DL, it's time for some NFL news.
Yes, it is.
What you got?
All right. So this is pretty breaking news. First of all, I think everyone heard this. Trey Lance injured his ankle, just bad, broke his ankle basically. Okay. And literally he had to have season-ending surgery.
2 surgeries.
Yeah.
Yeah, one for his ankle and one for the ligaments in his ankle.
I mean, imagine being a 49ers fan right now. Like, you waited all year. You saw him just, like, crap the bed against the Bears, and bam, he's out.
Well, now it shows you. It goes to show how important it is to have a good backup.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear something
Jimmy
crazy?
G.
I think they're better right now with Jimmy G.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree because he knows the system.
He's taken them to an NFC championship and a Super Bowl.
Yep. I'm okay with it.
You can run the offense like completely.
They literally like lucked out on him staying.
I think the way it goes is Garoppolo has a higher floor, but a lower ceiling.
Yeah.
Trey Lance has a lower floor and a higher ceiling. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But wishing him the best in his recovery.
It's real shitty, man. It sucks for Trey Lance. He might be one of those quarterbacks where we never get a chance to actually see what he could do. Because if you think about it, this is the second year now he's going to miss completely.
Absolutely. And he's even further behind than he was. All right, moving on. We have Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore got in a little bit of a fisticuffs in their game against each other on Sunday. They're both suspended for a game.
I do know Mike Evans was appealing it today. So I'm not sure what happened with that. If we get any news that comes across, let us know, boys.
Did you watch? Did you watch a little highlight of them getting in a fight?
Oh, yeah, I saw.
Did you read his lips when Mike Evans was like, "It's effing Tom Brady"? Like, what do you expect me to do?
Yeah. No. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady pays that fine.
Yeah.
Seriously. Because that's what you want your players to do, stand up for the quarterback.
And Lattimore is such an asshole anyway.
So, so is Evans, though. Evans has gotten in his fair share of fights. He really has. He really has.
All right, fair enough. All right, moving on. Josh Gordon. This is kind of news, a little bit exciting. Josh Gordon is actually signed to the Titans practice squad.
Oh.
So the Lord of Josh Gordon may be coming to you soon. And I can see a lot of people in deeper leagues just jumping all over this. But
we are not.
I'm not. No.
Yeah.
Already did that a couple times. All right. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Is Miami the Cinderella team of the year?
I think they're good. Dude, I was really impressed by Tua.
Me too.
I saw it. You know that it that you look for? I finally saw it. He threw, 6 touchdowns?
Yeah. Well, not only that. Okay, first of all, they beat them 41-38, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But in the first 3 quarters, they had no points. Literally, the Ravens were winning 20. Oh no, that's the Raiders. Anyways, they were winning, and then Miami came back and beat them.
I think the fantasy point that we have to address here is that both Jalen Waddle
he broke records
and Tyreek Hill can be wide receiver ones. Both of them have the opportunity to do it week to week. Tyreek does his own thing. Tyreek is so damn good, dude. Damn good. So is Waddle, though. Did you see him?
Oh, yes, I did.
Man, I don't know what the running game is there. I think Raheem Mostert has supplanted Chase Edmonds.
I'm glad you're bringing him up because we'll be talking to him.
Yeah, I think that might have happened.
Talking about him.
He's gotten more touches. Chase Edmonds is back to his pass-catching role, kind of like a better Naheem Hines. I don't know, man. That's a great offense, though. Really.
But even with all of that, catch this. There was some record like Lamar. He had a 70-yard TD run, and the Ravens just couldn't put it away. So,
nope.
Do you really feel like is Tua legit? Is he? Did
he's
we
legit.
make fun of him too much? All right, here come the Wombats. They're trying to bite their tongue, but they just can't. What's up, guys? What do you think?
I almost bit through my tongue and listened to all this.
What is this it you speak of? The fact that he could complete 2 deep balls?
That's more balls than
a quarterback here in Chicago has completed.
Look, man,
I think
you also need wide receivers here in Chicago, so that's null and void.
One. Anyway,
I could hit that pass as wide open as Tyreek Hill was.
You would not have. But anyway, Tua looked good, man. Tua had over 400 passing yards.
He broke a record.
Insane.
He broke the record for fantasy.
Look,
he's up there or something like that.
I'll give Tua credit for this game. He obviously looked really good, and it's a win against the Baltimore Ravens. But I said this before, and I'll say this again. Even Mitchell Trubisky threw 6 touchdowns. I know it was against a crappy Tampa Bay team, and this is against a playoff Baltimore Ravens team.
That's a great defense.
So credit goes where credit's due. But at the same time, I don't think we can easily say that he's legit after just 1 game. 2 games.
Well, all I said was I saw it. I saw the thing that you want in a franchise quarterback. I saw that. I saw it. Whether he can be consistent is a different story. But the thing that you need to be a star or just to be a starting quarterback, a franchise quarterback, I saw that there. It was there. And you don't get a chance to ever see it in a lot of QBs.
I would say let's just wait till the end of the season. I know you guys ain't jumping on the hype train or nothing.
No.
If I'm not mistaken, you're not like let's go get this dude.
Nope.
Right now, would you say that?
No. Well,
Okay.
streaming, maybe.
I mean, no. I mean,
throw a dart.
if I didn't let's say I have Tom Brady and I have Tua, I'm starting Tua until I've seen otherwise. Because seriously, that's where I'm at right now. I'm starting Tua.
9 points is
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
like
that's bad. That's real bad.
Like we're talking fantasy
This is a
here.
tough
Remember,
week, though.
Fantasy, not football.
This is a tough
fantasy.
week, though. Like, if you were to pick him up this week, it's against Buffalo.
dude, that offense is so good. I'm not worried. I am not worried. Tua for 20 points this week. You could book that.
Whoa, show bet. Let's go. See, this is why we need JC.
Tua,
Right.
20 points this week. You want to make that show bet?
For
He's
20
gonna hit
points?
that.
20 points.
Yeah, he's going to hit that, dude.
I'll go higher on 23.
All right, 23 points.
Over 23 or under?
I get the
Over.
20. I get 23 or more. I win.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There it is. Show bet. Somebody write that down. Someone put that. You got a laptop. Put that down. Dude, you should have like a show bet like
I need
doc.
a list. I thought the one
Yeah, yeah.
said they covered it, but
If you want to create a
did
Google
you get
Doc,
it?
I'll take this
Did
next.
You got it?
This next one.
All right, go ahead.
The Raiders choked after leading in the first half 20-0.
That's where I messed it up.
That's
Go ahead.
insane. They choked away a 20-point lead.
Yeah, kind of familiar, isn't it? Like a Super Bowl?
Yeah, just like a Atlanta team that did it.
23. Mhm.
Interesting. The final score of that game was 29-23. They only got 3 more points out of that. That is sick.
It's just, and did you see they were popping champagne?
Who was the Raiders?
Raiders fans. They were in the stands, like
wow.
popping champagne at the half.
Well,
Like and shit. Like yeah, I was like, okay, y'all are stupid. That's kind of like me talking shit to somebody halfway through the games on a Sunday when I'm beating them and like. Only
yeah, that's
like
why I've learned my
2
lesson.
plays.
I don't do that
say
anymore.
Nothing.
I don't say a word. I've learned my lesson.
Even when it's like down to like the fourth quarter and there's like a minute left, I'm just like, keep quiet because, you could lose because Hurts throws an interception and you lose 2 points and it was that close. Anyways, moving forward, we're moving on. So I already asked you this question. For week 3 coming up,
Sure.
Is there anyone that you're thinking of dropping on any of your teams?
Absolutely. There's a lot of guys. You ready?
Okay, I'm
gonna
ready.
go through a list. I'm
Okay.
ready to drop Cole Kmet.
Ooh, me? Okay.
Sucks to say
Yep.
as a Bears fan, but I'm ready.
After 2 games, we're
Dude,
just
they're
done.
not even throwing his boy. Like, they're not even throwing the ball.
And he's not even, yeah.
He's a
I
glorified
gotcha.
blocker right now.
Yep.
He's a bust.
Yeah.
He's a
Well,
bust.
I don't think he's a bust, but
They're not using
like, would you
him.
say Darnell Mooney's a bust? I don't think it's Darnell Mooney's fault that he's not getting the ball. There's no, targets
I
there.
don't think it's really their fault, but I think that at this point, Cole Kmet had that catch, right? He had that one that hit him right in the hands, and he just drops it.
Do you know how long it took Travis Kelce before he broke out? It was in his 5th year that he broke out.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time for tight ends. It's only Cole Kmet's 3rd. So I'm not ready to say that he's a bust. I'm not ready for that. Another guy I'm cutting is Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm also cutting Noah Fant.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair.
I'm cutting Kenyon Drake, like I alluded to earlier. I'm cutting Romeo Dubs. I'm cutting
Oh,
Hunter.
really?
Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
thought you would be like,
Dude,
talking
he's not
mad
getting
style.
Sammy Watkins is the guy right there, right now. It's him.
I thought you'd
and
be
just
really
a
high
trio
on
of
him.
guys. And the running backs there are the guys who do it all. I'm cutting Rex Burkhead. I'm cutting Albert O. I'm cutting Hunter Henry. Did I say that yet?
I mean, Albert Okwanabe.
You're not even close.
Okwe Boonham.
Boonham.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm also cutting. Who else am I cutting? Dude, I'm just looking at my fantasy teams right now.
Yeah, I
like,
know. That's
curious.
a lot, bro. Damn.
Dude, I have a lot of leagues.
I know.
Some of them are
that's
super
true.
deep.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm concerned about a lot of players. Can we talk about that? Can we sound panic alarms?
Yeah, who
we should get
are
a
you
panic
nervous?
alarm, dude. That
We
should be a segment. Panic alarm.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm writing this down too.
I'm concerned about Kyle Pitts right now. I know he's a stud,
too.
and I
Me
know
too.
he'll be there. I know he'll get it done. But like, man, I'm losing leagues, and I took him in like the 3rd round in a lot. And like,
Yeah.
if he gave me 10 points, I would have won a bunch of leagues.
2 duds back to back. However,
Not his fault.
I almost put him down as my stud this week.
Okay.
Almost.
You feel like it's gonna be the breakout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're playing Seattle, right?
Believe so.
Yep. I think I hope he bounces back. Lord, please bounce back. All right, go ahead. Pitts.
I'm concerned about, dude. Can we also talk about trading Amari Cooper? Trade him right now. He had a 21-point week. He had 103 yards on like 11 targets.
That's honestly a good one.
I honestly
I like
think that might be like the best game he has all year.
Really? Seriously.
Dude.
And not only that, like I threw him. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Like I threw him in our other league with that we don't share a team. because I had nobody else. I was like, shit, all right, Amari Cooper. It's
He had
either
a great
him
game, man.
or it was like Jamal Williams. I was like, all right, I'm going to roll the dice on Amari Cooper. He paid off, but you're absolutely right. Brissett being back there, man, it's just like he's not going to get it.
I mean, he did lock on Amari, but like,
I mean,
nothing is deep. It's all short to like intermediary like range. It's not like, I don't know, man. I'm just,
and they're
this might be
playing
his best
Thursday
week.
night. See, Thursday nights scare me because it's either boom or bust for teams. It's either they just destroy somebody or you're on the other side where you're just like, why did I play this guy?
Another panic alarm. Derrick Henry, man. What's going on? He hasn't had double-digit points yet.
It's
no touchdowns.
I think it's the NFL. They finally adjusted. They finally caught up to him. And we've talked about running backs. Like, they're only good for so long, and then they start kind of losing a step. I'm not saying he lost a step. I'm just saying that, you know what's going to happen when the Titans play. Like, every team that goes up against them, like, they're going to try to run the ball down our throats. And this time, we're going to be ready. Did you see some of those knocks that he's getting?
I did.
He's getting knocked off his ass.
I did.
So,
and if he loses that step, man, that's huge.
I'm not going to go that far because I don't think he's like that far
Me either,
removed. But I'm looking like that team needs to adjust just like the Bears need to figure out the passing game.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's the same with the Titans. They need to figure out a passing game. Losing A.J. Brown was absolutely huge. Huge travesty to them because the other guys aren't doing jack and or shit.
Mm-hmm. Jack and or shit. I like
jack
it.
and or shit.
Darnell Mooney, also another guy I'm not starting. At all. Not for a while. Not until they get their ducks in a row, whatever
I mean,
the
there's
saying
nobody
is.
else there. Like, once again, it's super easy for teams just to be like, all right, this is like the somewhat decent wide receiver. If he was on any other team, he'd be like a wide receiver 2, maybe 3, depending on the team.
Yep.
So it's not like he's outdoing people or being more physical or doing anything special. So it's easy to kind of lock him down.
I'm concerned about Russell Wilson right now. Not that he looks bad. I just don't know what's going on.
Is this a panic alarm, though?
Dude, it's a little bit of a panic. A little bit.
All right,
Najee Harris. Have you seen his numbers? They have not looked good.
Yeah, but we talked about him earlier.
That Liz Frank injury, I think, is really affecting him.
It is.
I really
it
do.
absolutely is. He's wearing a boot after week 1.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just a lot of guys. Travis Etienne, who I was super high on,
Okay.
did nothing again.
Yep.
James Robinson is the guy there.
I got a sneaker.
Okay.
Which we'll talk about waivers in a little bit.
Just so many guys where I'd be concerned. Just to kind of put a bow on the Amari Cooper, I would try to flip him for like a guy like Ezekiel Elliott if you could,
Zeke Elliott. I like that.
I think just because Zeke Elliott is still going to get touches, he's still getting 13 to 15. Like, that's your magic number, right? 13 touches.
Who would you trade him? Because I literally have him, and I need a wide receiver bad.
Oh, you can't. It's hard to get a wide receiver for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You know who I like? And they might do this? Curtis Samuel.
I already have him.
Oh, well, I like him. I think he's going to be solid. If you have Devin Duvernay, trade him as well. I don't think he's had 2 back-to-back 20-point weeks.
Brian's watching.
I think you could trade him right now. Sell high. Sell. Trust me on
trade
this
his
one.
ass.
He's not going to get you 20-point weeks, week in and week out. That's not going to happen. I just don't. I just don't see it. I think it's going to be Bateman this year. So
he had a damn good. I see that was a sneaky pickup that we got too. All right.
All right, that's all I got for that. As far as that,
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think that should be one of our new
Panic
segment.
alarm?
Panic alarm.
I like it.
Panic
Yeah,
alarm.
I like it.
So that was pretty much our news. We're gonna flip over to the injuries real quick. We got I love it. I love, like, every time we're still working on the timing. I think we'll get it. But we're at that portion of the show, folks. The injuries. Now, if you had these people on your team, you already knew about this. But some of you haven't. And some of you are like, should I pivot? Should I go for the other guy? Is my team lost? And we're going to walk you through it and get you off that ledge. First injury, obviously, I already talked about. San Francisco's 49ers, Trey Lance, will miss the remainder of the season after suffering a broken ankle against the Seahawks. So, yeah, I mean, sucks. We already talked about that. Another injury, Arizona Cardinals running back James Conner did not return against the Raiders, but he's not really expecting to miss a lot of time. However, this is something to monitor.
Yeah, I'm with you.
What are you laughing at? What? Someone in the chat?
You asked in the chat before the segment started,
Huh.
who are you ready to drop this week? And,
I didn't ask that. That wasn't me.
Oh, well, somebody asked that, and
That was Wombat One.
we do have a reply here.
Okay.
I'm ready to drop this 2,500 on DraftKings. which is a pretty good response. I like it.
I like that.
We should be sponsored.
Anyways, going
You're out
back
there,
to the
DraftKings.
injuries that
Sorry.
I was talking about. Okay. Anyway, so James Conner, monitor that. Yeah, I'm still going to start him unless it's something crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see how he practices this week. Jacoby Brissett. Oh, man. I said in that postgame that he was actually dealing with an ankle injury throughout the fourth quarter, but he said he feels okay to play this Thursday night. Do not play him.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would have him on your team, but
Yeah.
if you do not play him. You should probably jump him a long time ago. Oh, this one hurt. Denver's Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy hurt his shoulder. Did not return against the Texans after exiting the first quarter. That is always the worst. When you literally you're like, all right, I got my gut. And then you just got to sit there looking at the zero for a whole, or 2 points in the whole game. Anyways. Alvin Kamara is still dealing with a rib injury. He did not play on Sunday, which sucked. I know we had him on our team. I have him on a couple other teams. I'm hoping that rest is going to help him. I think JC's checking to see if he actually practiced today, which I'm hoping he did. But once again, something to monitor because he did practice on Wednesday last week, and then all of a sudden he didn't practice on Thursday or Friday. So it was kind of weird, but hey, it's your ribs. And last, for our injuries.
This one sucks.
It's all right, dude.
You want me to take this one?
I mean, if you want. It's your boy.
Dallas tight end Dalton Schultz
T's and P's, y'all.
missed his team's game-winning drive on Sunday with a right knee injury. We're told it's a PCL injury,
Ugh.
similar to the one that his teammate had. I believe it was Zeke that had it. These are
he
not.
still played.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. It's bad, man.
This is where we cue in like Boys to Men. It's so hot.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
It's bad, man. I'm concerned about this one.
Yeah, I am
yeah.
too, because you probably drafted him in the correct round.
Yeah, you're probably 5th, 6th round, 7th round, something like that.
And it's hopefully you can get Travis Garrett.
If you have any of these players that we just talked about on our injury wire, we'll tell you who to pick up for the waiver wire because we do have some names that will be very, very interesting.
Yeah, right after these messages from our TikTok.
For the Super Bowl, DL, who is your stud and who is your dud?
Okay, so I had a stud in mind, but JC stole it. So I'm just going to say that. I was preface that. Then I was like, all right, cool. Joe Burrow. Oh, too easy. And I knew you guys would slam on me. Right? And then Double D came in with a good set. I'm like, I'm going to use it. He's like, no, I'm going to keep it. I'm like, shoot. Okay. So I'm going to go with Drew Sample.
Drew Sample?
Yes.
Drew Sample.
The tight end.
Drew Sample.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's not, you got to admit.
It's unorthodox, but we'll take it.
It's not an easy stud.
If you're right, you're going to look like a genius.
I know, right?
Yeah. And if you're wrong, no one's going to remember.
I just didn't want to get too crazy with
no, that's a good one, though.
You didn't want to go with
Chase.
Trey Hendrickson or something like that.
Yeah,
That's way out of left field, man. That's way out there.
Yeah.
I props to you. I
Thank
give you
you.
props for going out of the box, but you went out of the box, out of the triangle, out of
Went
the
around.
circle.
But here's the
every-
thing.
You're
I was
in the
sitting there thinking
octagon,
about it.
dude.
Here's the thing. This is what I was doing in my head, right?
Okay.
So you got Jamar Chase,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
And I was just like, that's too easy. And I don't think he's going to have that great of a game. Honestly, I think he's going to be covered pretty well, right? I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second part, I was like, all right, let's go with Joe Mixon. But then I was like, oh, man, that LA line,
It's a good line.
I don't know about that.
Mhm.
So then I was like, all right, they can't go deep down the field. They can't run the ball. The tight end. And Drew Sample popped up because I was like, oh, they're not going to expect that. So maybe the Bengals, to kind of throw the Rams off, are going to give him a good package.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Deep dive, guys.
it's super
But
deep.
really, I got two studs. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's good.
So I can't
Way to
lose.
save it. Yeah. All right,
lose.
cool. Who's your
Welcome back, phony homies. It's been a great show so far, but now it's time to give you what you've been waiting for. It's our waiver wire.
Yes, sir. This is probably why you're tuning in, especially this time of football. This can make or break your season.
Sometimes there are some ads that will help you win some weeks.
Yeah, I mean, and some of these are dart throws, and then you're so excited, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off with our running backs. Raheem Mostert.
Time out, dude. This waiver wire graphic looks so damn. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Holy shit, this looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there.
Well, we did it last show. Yes.
Thank you, I
that's right.
appreciate
But I didn't get a
it.
chance to see what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude,
It's awesome. That's how we roll. That's why we have the best in the industry.
the best in the business.
You're damn right. You got the best in the industry.
Absolutely. So, getting back to Raheem Mostert.
That's why he's the highest paid in the industry, too.
He is. You owe him like $500, bro. Did you know that? He agreed to it.
Whatever, we're even. All these unpaid bets.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So going back to Raheem Mostert, he's 33% rostered. There's been a lot of hubbub going back and forth with the Dolphins backfield. So the Dolphins offense experienced a revelation on Sunday with Mostert. Surprisingly in his role.
Mozart, Wolfgang?
Yeah. Mostert. Fuck. So close. Anyways,
love it.
he outcarried Chase Edmonds.
You had it, man.
You got to clip that one. That's one for TikTok right
Dang
there.
it.
Mozart.
I know, and I was practicing.
I
on
know,
break.
I saw it.
Mostert. Anyways, so he outcarried Chase Edmonds 11-5, which is kind of crazy.
Man, he's just a better runner, man.
Yeah, and he outcaught Edmonds 3-1, and he outgained Edmonds 79-41 total yards. Now, we don't deny his talent. His issue has always been, which is mostly every running back's issue, health, right?
Yeah.
He was at one point, I remember, I think it was last year, I actually drafted him because I was really excited. He's on the 49ers, and then he went down. So anyways, if you are hurting because you lost a running back or you're just not too excited about Devontae Williams, this might be a guy to maybe throw in the flux.
I don't know who the hell Devontae Williams is, but I agree with you.
No one does. That's
Okay.
why.
Raheem
That's
Mostert, though, I can't believe he's only at 33% rostered. He's not available in any of my leagues. He was drafted in all of them, and he has not been available. I wish he was on my waiver wire, but if he's on yours, go run and scoop
You know what?
him up.
I'm gonna check ours right now.
While you check that, I will take the next
okay,
one. Mark
thank
Ingram at 11% rostered. We're not really high on Mark Ingram, and I
Nope.
would never feel comfortable starting him unless he plays like a very, very bad run defense. But he's only 11% rostered. Who knows what's going to happen with Alvin Kamara and those ribs? I could definitely see Kamara missing another week while he lets those heal. So, you know.
God, I hope not. I don't.
You need him?
Oh, yeah, he's in our league right now.
Oh, there you go. Mostert? In which league? Yours?
PPR.
The PPR, the big money league that we're in?
Not the big. No.
Okay.
Not our league.
Okay.
Like the league I'm commissioner of.
Okay, go pick him up. Pick him up.
Okay.
I'd rather have him over Mark Ingram, that's for sure. But if you're in a tight spot, and you know a lot of people this year, I feel like took our running back strategy in a lot of the leagues that we're in.
Yeah.
It left no running backs for us and tons of receivers. I think a lot of our teams have no running backs and tons of receivers. Mark Ingram's a fine flex play.
Actually, I think
if
I am gonna
needed.
take him. I am gonna take him.
Another guy that we would recommend stashing, DL.
My stash would be Tyler Algier.
Oh, nice.
I know, right? You're thinking like, what? Where are you coming from? This is why. 10 carries, which was the same as Cordell Patterson.
You were so close. Cordero.
It's
You
the,
might be getting worse at this.
You know what it is? Now I'm
might be
overthinking
getting
it.
worse.
When I don't overthink it.
CPAT. That's fine. CPAT.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Anyways, so same numbers as him. 32% of the RB snaps went to him. This is a situation that could shift further away from the former wideout / return in Patterson and further towards the youngster in Algier as the season progressed. I totally believe this. I think they're just letting him kind of get a rhythm, get a flow of it. So this would be a sneaky stash. Like I said, he's only 32%? No, 14% rostered. So he's probably available on most platforms. Like I said, you probably won't start him this week, but you will down the line. And sometimes week 6, when you really need that win, this might be your guy.
I like it. That's why I traded away Cordell Patterson. I had a feeling that Tyler Algier was going to eat into those snaps. I was able to flip him, and I want to say middle of the pack receiver for a stud tight end. I got Kyle Pitts.
No one ever trades me, man. No.
Maybe you
Or
should make better
I think
offers.
it's just because I don't offer anything.
Yeah, make better offers. Don't be
Bad.
afraid to lose a deal. You know,
That's
Just
true.
Trade with conviction. Trade
Yeah,
for players that
yeah.
you think are going to make you better.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, next
right.
guy at wide receiver, DL.
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Who was on our waiver wire last week, so nobody listened to us,
Yep.
but 25% rostered. If you're wondering why the Jets drafted Wilson the 10th overall, you have your answer. The 22-year-old Ohio State product absolutely exploded in week 2, hauling 8 of his 14 targets for 102 yards and 2 TDs, including the game winner. So, yeah, Wilson is the only second rookie wide receiver to have 30-plus points in one of his first 2 career games in the last decade, joining Marquise Brown. And there's not a ton of competition for those targets out in East Rutherford.
Rutherford, yeah, you had it. You're
Yes.
close.
Whether it's Flacco or eventually Zach Williams under center, Wilson, Garrett that is, has the skill. Opportunity.
I think Garrett Wilson is going to be a star in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to show flashes this year. Might be a year before he actually becomes that star. But he looked fantastic. Definitely was getting locked on, too.
So should I go after Garrett Wilson or should I go after
Or after-
Raheem?
Ooh, both, if you can.
Okay.
And then see where the pieces fall. Next guy we'd recommend adding is Jacoby Myers. He's 19% rostered. Not a whole lot to say about, Patriots receivers because they're never consistent. You never know when they're going to perform. But he looked solid, and it's a player that you could flex. He had 9 catches for 95 yards in week 2 on 13 targets. So he definitely was the lead target getter. But yeah, I think in a PPR league, it's a guy that you could add and give you, solid 10 points.
Yeah.
I like your little blurb here. It's really good.
Thank you.
I like it.
I've been,
Really
I've
well
been trying to. I can't talk right, but sometimes I can write.
All right.
Right. Anyways, Michael Gallup is our third pick for the waiver for wide receiver because he's only rostered 20%, which I get. Dak's not there, right? While we don't have any hard evidence of a due date for Gallup's return, all signs are pointing towards soon and very soon. And it's Noah Brown's performance in week 2 is any sign of what wide receiver 2 in Dallas will do, even with Cooper Rush at QB, 91 yards and a TD.
All right, look, you could add Michael Gallup right now. He's still on the IR. You could add him to your IR spot.
Yep.
And then add Noah Brown. My brother made a good point. He told me over the weekend that Cooper Rush was on the practice squad, and the guy who was on the practice squad with him was Noah Brown. So they have chemistry. So I would not mind adding Noah Brown as well, which sounds insane, but I guarantee you he's available in your league. He's probably less than 1% rostered. Noah Brown is a sneaky guy to get you maybe, 7 to 12 fantasy points this week. Once Michael Gallup is back, he'll probably be phased out of the lineup. But I do like adding both of those guys. A nice little 2-pair. It would be a nice move to make. The next guy, DL.
That would be Jahan Dotson.
Hey, got it right.
Hey, you know what? You know why I got it right? Because somebody in
have
my
him?
deep league snaked me out of this pick. Did I tell you this story?
Oh, you did tell me this story.
Yeah. Booze. Anyways, he is just, I like him a lot. And to the point where I'm getting kind of nervous about Scary Terry at this point.
You know what? We should have brought him up.
Yeah. I'm very close because Curtis Samuel actually outperformed Scary Terry as well too.
More targets too.
Yep.
Which is the real lead story here.
What you want, man. That's what you want. But yeah, Jahan Dotson, if you don't have him, I added him in last week. So I feel like he's legit. There have been 3 first-round rookies to catch 3 TDs over the first 2 games. Dotson is one of them. The others are 1984 Rookie of the Year Louis Lips and Hall of Famer James Lofton in 1978. Did you know that?
I bet you would not have expected.
You did not know.
Getting
Yeah.
a Louis Lips reference today.
Woohoo!
Where did you get this from?
Listen, man.
You're showing your age, baby. Showing
I
your
was
age.
doing a deep dive preparing for this show because I didn't know if you were going to be here or not. So I wanted to be, a little bit more entertaining, a little more factual. So I liked it. So I went with that route. At the end of the story, he's legit. That's basically what I'm trying to say here.
Gotcha. I'm getting trade offers right now as we speak. So
With who? For what?
different league. My buddy Pickles, as we call him affectionately, Pickles is telling me that he's been trying to trade me Stafford and Chris Olave for Tom Brady in a super deep league. And I keep saying no. But if we would have made that trade last week,
he's watching the show.
yeah, we would have won last
He
week.
saw you said.
He is watching the show. We would have won
Yeah.
last week, bastard. Screw you, Pickles. All right, next, guys, we're going to move over to tight end, a position that is consistently a wasteland, honestly. And I feel like we haven't really gotten too much production on a tight end unless you've had Mark Andrews, honestly. That's just what it feels like. But the tight ends that we're recommending this week, the first is Logan Thomas. So same team as Jahan Dotson, the Washington Commanders. Logan Thomas is 15% rostered. But here are the reasons why you should scoop him up off the waiver wire. His snap counts have continued to go up. I know he's coming off an injury, so it's good to see that they're starting to force feed him more and more and more. In addition to that, he also caught a touchdown last week, DL. I think Carson Wentz really does like those big body tight ends. So
were we wrong about the Commanders and Carson Wentz?
Maybe.
Because we trashed him. I trashed him.
We trashed him, but I also picked him up and have been streaming him for 2 weeks. So,
oh shit,
yeah, I lost Dak. So I lost Dak in
okay.
a league, and Trey Lance in another. So Carson Wentz was on the waiver wire for me, and I picked him up in a lot of leagues. So yeah. In addition to Logan Thomas, another guy that I know I mentioned.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take this one.
My boy Evan Ingram. He's 21% rostered, but surprise, surprise, Ingram is back to fantasy relevance. We told you that Doug Peterson loves employing 2 tight end sets, and just in general, he loves tight ends. He loves pretending like they're going to block and then throwing them out there to play receiver. So he's been doing that a lot with Ingram. Here's the kicker. Evan Ingram led his team in targets last week.
What?
Yes, sir. And that is a very talented receiving core, a very talented team overall. So to say that Ingram is a part of the small part of the offense would be an understatement. He is a big part of that offense. I think he has kind of a low ceiling, but a really high floor. I think you could expect to get, I don't know, anywhere between 5 to 9 points every week from Evan Ingram, and that's fantastic for a tight end, one that you probably didn't draft. So go pick up Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked about it, but you were right. Yeah, Doug Peterson, you had his number, and go for it.
Yeah, he could be solid. I mean, whatever. He might not finish in the top 8, but maybe he could finish as the 10th best tight end in fantasy. Who knows?
Okay, we're gonna move on to those QBs. First one that we're excited about would be Jared Goff, 23% rostered. The Detroit Lions offense have been one of the best in the NFL through 2 weeks. All right, let's pause. I just said the Detroit Lions.
That's right. You know why, DL?
Why is that?
Because they've
JC?
scored 71 points in 2 weeks, and they have a touchdown in every single quarter that they've played. So a touchdown in that's 8 touchdowns.
That's amazing.
At least 8 touchdowns.
I guess Hard Knocks was right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Jared Goff has been averaging 21 points a game. So pretty solid to be able to pick up a guy off the waiver wire who's going to give you 21 points at the quarterback position.
Especially if you have Justin Herbert.
How good has Amon-Ra St. Brown looked?
Oh my God. I called it.
Good, man.
I knew when he was like, I catch 210 balls from the jug machine. I was like, this motherfucker.
Dude, he has been killing. That whole offense looks good.
Yeah.
All of it. Swift
I mean,
looks
honestly,
good.
I'm so glad I have Swift.
Amon-Ra. It's just,
I'm glad we have Swift too.
It's a really good offense.
All right, Jimmy. Did you mean to do that?
I did. I want to see if you'd read it that way.
Garoppolo,
Yeah.
which should be Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Is roster at 6%. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. If you lost Trey Lance, this would be the perfect backup. Which I have who do you think is going to be the biggest target? I'm gonna go with
Raheem. Like if Garoppolo is the quarterback, who's it?
No, this week. Who do you think is the
quarterback wise?
No, just overall.
Oh, in waiver? Ooh, man. Good question. I probably would say Mostert if he's available.
Yep.
That's my guess.
Yeah, me too. And
Probably
guess what?
Mostert.
I have the number 1 waiver wire
priority?
pickup.
Nice. Lucky you.
Yeah, no.
That's just my guess. I like how you just asked me so that you could add him in our league.
I just like sticking it to right.
Well played. But anyway, Jimmy Garoppolo is a nice add. Nothing crazy. He averages 16 points per game in fantasy. That's not going to win you a lot of weeks. It's not going to really lose you a lot. I know that's what he averages, but I could see him, averaging closer to 18 to 20.
The only reason why he has his roster is so low is literally because of Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Like, who would pick him up? But I guarantee by next week he will not be on our list.
Yep.
So.
All right, now we jump over to defenses. These are defenses that we would recommend adding off the waiver wire. I think this is the position that people probably stream the most. That's my guess.
Yeah.
So for defenses, and quick little segment here, a little segue.
Sure.
I'm totally okay if you have like 2 bench spots and one of them's like a crappy bench guy. Like I have Taysom Hill in the league as my like second to worst player, and then I have a second defense. I wouldn't mind rostering 2 defenses and kind of looking at future matchups and just kind of like bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, that's like one of my strategies as we get closer to the playoffs. But like right now, I mean, if you have the Bills, I would not be dropping them
absolutely
to
not.
somebody else.
Yeah,
so.
like honestly, you can get 15 points out of a defense, and that's a huge help.
I've actually beat teams based on the defense and kicker production, which is kind of sad to say, but hey,
it is what it is. The defense we'd recommend, the first one is the Cowboys defense. I think this is probably going to be the most streamed defense this week. Yeah. They are 42% rostered. And as a reminder, all the players that we're recommending are less than 50% rostered in Yahoo fantasy leagues. So we wouldn't recommend anyone that's rostered higher than that. So just a heads up. The Cowboys defense has only allowed 18 points per game in the 2 games that they've played this year. With that said, they also have 8 sacks. 8 sacks. They play a mediocre Giants team this week. I expect them to just destroy.
Yeah, I have a feeling for that. And it's like a rivalry, too.
Mm-hmm.
Cowgirls.
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I dated a girl once.
All right. Next girl. Next defense, DL.
You got to love them. Your Chicago Bears. Yeah, I can't believe they made the list. This is kind of weird. But they're only rostered 6%. And they did get shellacked by Green Bay last week, that's why we're not really talking about it. But yeah, call me a homer. I'm okay with it. I think the Bears going against the Texans. I think this is them to get back right game, if you will. I think they're going to do it. And plus, hey, I mean, who doesn't love the whole Lovey versus his old team, which could go in not our favor. But hey, I expect Davis Mills to turn it over a couple times, and Ejak's going to get it. So there you are.
I can see the Bears defense being a sneaky play this week. In case if you don't have a good defense, maybe you're going up against Kansas City or something. I don't know, but I think that's a sneaky D that you could start. The last defense that we'll recommend is probably one that's coming out of nowhere, probably one that a lot of the experts are not recommending, but one that I can see because of the game script, the Kansas City defense.
Ooh,
they are 33% rostered. The Kansas City team, the Chiefs, play the Colts. Did you watch the Colts this past week?
I did.
They looked atrocious. Let me tell you, when they didn't have Pittman, that whole offense just kind of sunk. They didn't know what they were doing.
Which is weird because they had Jonathan Taylor.
But once you take him out of the game, they have nothing else.
Yeah, that's true.
So, anyway, I do think that the Chiefs could lead early in this game, forcing the Colts to throw a ton, having Matt Ryan's 39-year-old arm thrown 40 times in a game, and he'll definitely get turned over. So that's just what I think could happen. It's a nice sneaky play. Wombat, what you got?
I was going to add, so if anybody's looking at defenses, I would also recommend the Philadelphia Eagles defense as well.
Ooh.
They're taking on the Washington Commanders. Obviously, we know Carson Wentz. He's going to try to have a big game against his former team. But I got a feeling after what we saw against Minnesota on Monday night. Now, granted, it's Kirk Cousins Monday night. We know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's garbage. It's absolute trash.
Yeah, it's true. He never does well. It's true.
But I got a feeling the Eagles may come to play and play hard against former quarterback Carson Wentz. So I would keep that as a lookout too.
I like that. Honestly, I was pretty surprised that Darius Slay, he was looking good.
Oh, he looked real good.
He was looking.
He's a top 5 corner. He's easily, I think, a top 5 corner in the league.
For sure. And not only that, he shut down Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where Jefferson is just mad throwing his helmet. I was like, ooh, got a number there. So I like that take. I think that's a good sneaky one for sure.
Yeah, I just got offered that trade. Tom Brady for Stafford and Olave. Considering it.
Can you tell Big Papi to stop picking on me, bro?
What is he saying, bro?
He said no one will trade with me because I can't pronounce names.
That could be true.
Yeah, that's true. And then he wants me to say a certain name that I'm not going to say. I already said it, Big Papi.
We don't say Voldemort here.
Yeah, we did.
Say it again, Dustin.
About Bruno either.
Yeah, we don't talk about
Say it
Bruno.
again.
Anyways, we're going to go to our studs and duds.
Yeah, that's it for our waiver wire part of the show.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we gave you some good names, some good ads, and hopefully they help you win. If they do,
tell us. Let us know that we're right.
Yeah.
I mean, stroke our egos here.
A little bit. Stroke something. Anyway, we'll jump over to studs and duds. DL, who is your stud this week?
My stud of the week.
My whole goal is just to make you turn red. That's all.
My stud of the week, and this isn't 2015. This is 2022. Michael Thomas.
Why? Interesting.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he scored 3 times over the last 2 weeks. And he's going up against the Carolina, who give up a lot against wide receivers. I forgot to add that note. But
okay, cool. I could see that.
That's who I'm excited about. You know?
I got Michael Thomas in a lot of leagues, and I'm trying to sell high right now.
I can see why. I can see why, because I'm always debating whether or not to like start him. But I think, 3 games or 2 games, 3 touchdowns. That's consistent. You know.
Who is your dud? I'm kind of confused about this one.
My dud is Marquise Brown.
Ooh, hot take coming in. Why?
You know why? Because even with Hopkins out, he's just not getting a lot of production. He's only scored 1 TD over the last 2 weeks, and he's got a really hard matchup against the Rams. And I'm guessing Jalen Ramsey will be all over him. So I don't think.
Oh, you like it because of the Ramsey factor? Okay. That's why you like it. I like
exactly.
That. Okay.
Yeah,
I like
that's a good dud, right?
It's not bad.
I'm not saying he like sucks.
No,
Drop
you win.
him,
You win. Guys, he gets it now. He actually went out of his way to like pick a good dud, and I like it.
Yeah, I like looked
That's
at
good,
it,
Dustin.
made
Proud
sure
of
I
you.
brought something good to the, and I wasn't like, oh, Delvin Cooks.
You know what else is a good
Suck.
one? Take when star receiver is going up against the Bears because Jalen Johnson is good. I think he is in the top 10 corner discussion.
Yeah, no one's throwing at him. Nobody's throwing him. It's like the second game.
I think he's in that discussion now. Top 10.
I do too. I like that.
He's really good on the score too.
Let's go
I don't know if
Bears.
you listen to him, but
Let's
he's
go.
good on the show. Anyway, my
for you.
stud this week is my boy that I've picked up in a ton of leagues. I wanted to draft, but I didn't have the balls to do it. Curtis Samuel.
No balls, JC.
No balls, JC is what they call the girls. Don't call me that. Anyway, Curtis Samuel's usage through 2 weeks has been fantastic, DL. You don't want to know why?
Why?
Because Curtis Samuel has been the most targeted receiver on the Washington Commanders. Yep. Last week, he caught 7 of his 9 targets for 78 yards and a touchdown, and he also gets snaps at running back. I called him Debo Samuel Light, and I think he is there.
I agree. Like, literally, we talked about this before the show. I have Scary Terry and I have Curtis Samuel, and I've been wondering which one to start, and I may start both of them.
Ooh,
That's how bad my wide receiver core is. Yeah.
I think I'd start Curtis Samuel over Scary Terry this week. That's where I'm at.
I don't got anyone else. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway, my dud of the week is, it pains me to say, Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney caught 1 of his 2 targets last week for a total of -4 yards.
Not good.
So if you started him, you lost
Not
points.
good.
Can you believe that? That's insane.
Actually, I can. I went ahead and tried not to draft any Bears except for Justin Fields.
How's that working out?
I don't know. He's doing pretty good on my bench.
Yeah, well, there you go. This dud is more about Justin Fields and the Bears offense than it is about Darnell Mooney, the individual receiver.
Yep.
I don't really think it's his fault. I just think that the offense is not ready for him.
We talked about this, man. It's pretty easy for any defensive coordinator to come in against the Bears and be like, all right, we're going to go ahead and take Mooney. We're going to make sure we remove him from the game and see what they can do. So,
all right.
Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, you got anything else?
No,
That's it? You got nothing else? All right, cool. Can you say Albert?
So we'd like to thank you for today's show.
Yeah, that's it for today's episode, guys. We're excited for our Friday episode. We're going Friday, right?
Yeah, I was thinking going tomorrow.
Yeah, you want to go tomorrow? Maybe we'll go tomorrow. I don't know. We'll let you guys know. The 9 watchers, the 9 viewers that we got, the 9 phony homies out there watching live.
Or listening
on their drive home. Who knows? Or, on their spin class or whatever it is that you're doing. We might go tomorrow. We'll let you guys know. But anyway, remember, guys, shoot us your start and sit questions. You can text us directly. You can reach us by email. Leave me a voicemail. Send it on Twitter. If you decide to send it on Twitter, DL, where can they tweet us?
FFG. Tweet FFG.
And if they want us to answer that question really quick and promptly, what is the hashtag they can use?
Ask us FFG.
Awesome. And then if they want to, send us an email, where can they send us an email?
We made it simple. Ask us FFG.
Oh, gee, it's pretty much the same across the board.
gmail.com.
Fantastic. And if they want to leave a voicemail, DL, where can they call us?
Call your mom at 708-655-4508.
Yeah, that's it for today's episode. What was that? What the hell
I'm
was
waving
that?
at your mom.
Oh,
I know
that's
she's
hilarious.
watching.
My mom is watching. My mom's in Dubai.
What? Good for her.
Yeah, it's her big birthday, so.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she is.
And she want to take you?
I'm not going to say her age.
Don't say her name.
Real close
Her
to
age.
60.
That's-
Real close.
Don't say it.
Yeah, real close. She's in Dubai.
Good for her, man.
Hey, Mom, love you, Mom. If you're watching, I love you. That's it for today's episode, Phony Homies. Thanks to Andres Valentin. Thanks to David Dykstra. Thanks to DL. I think
Yes.
David Dykstra just woke back up. I saw him catching some Z's. For my co-host and the Wombats, my name's JC. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and
Smash!
that notification button. We'll catch you guys next time on another fantastic episode of the Fake Football Guys Show.
Peace out.